When I finished off my series of ranking the plants in every world, I intended to do a similar thing for zombies, but I decided to do a tier list instead, mainly because of Jurassic Marsh's lack of zombies, specifically unique ones. The tier list completely left out the dinosaurs, and because I've been suggested this video numerous times, I'm going to rank them right now. I was unsure whether to call this worst to best, least annoying to most annoying, or easiest to hardest, but in the end I decided on the latter. Okay, enough chit chat, I'm Gold Ninja Vlogspot, let's get on with the video. Coming in as the least threatening dinosaur is the T-Rex. This may surprise some people, given I'm sure everybody who isn't tougher than a $2 steak probably had to change their pants the first time they encountered this innocent looking but truly fearsome creature, given he gives zombies a huge speed boost and they can easily get to your house if you can't respond to this in time. However, he's super easy to counter because slowing and stalling plants exist. While a defensive plant of some sort sounds like the way to go, you don't even need to do that. You could just plant a sacrificial plant like the possum, as even that will cancel out their bonus speed. And that's not to mention, this is the world where you get Primal Walnut, who recharges at the speed of a peregrine and doesn't cost much, so bonk one of those down and you're good. Plus, the good old T-Rex leaves after roaring once, while all the rest stick around for a lot longer. He can be a huge threat if there are zombies carried over by pterodactyls, and they turn around and pretty much have a free pass to your house, but overall, he's the least dangerous dinosaur. Number 4 is the raptor. The Velociraptor is my personal favourite dinosaur in PvZ2. 1 because he's blue, and that's always nice, and 2 because Velociraptor is the name of a banging album by Kasabian. The first dinosaur encountered is a hell of a nuisance given he kicks zombies forward into your defences up the third column, which is further than the maximum lines of relic hunter zombies can bypass. Defensive plants sound like an obvious counter, but more often than not the raptor will kick them ahead of them, make them less useful. The best way to deal with him is probably to use the primal pea shooter, because he can knock the zombies back again, and since the raptor leaves after kicking 5 zombies, you can pretty much force him to kick the same zombie over and over again, although this strategy isn't effective if there are Jurassic bullies. Another solution is to use Blover, as zombies are temporarily airborne while being kicked, so it can be blown off the lawn, and of course charming him means he can get rid of even gargantuas. But when it comes to multiple tanky zombies, this guy is quite the irritant. In the middle of the list is the Stegosaurus.
My time machine! I am a Stegosaurus!
I was debating whether to rank Stegsy above V-Boy, but I put this guy up higher because he can toss the zombies off to other lanes, which can be problematic if you've not set up a good defence yet, which is quite a frequent occurrence in Jurassic Marsh, while at least the raptor can't divert the zombies, so you can easily set that one lane up. He can fling up to 3 zombies at once and leaves after performing a sequence 3 times, totaling the number of flung zombies to 9. There is a pretty easy way to counter him though. The zombies have to be in a specific position in the 9th column to be sent flying, so you can easily cut them off with walnuts, which is easy to do as no zombies in this world besides rock punchers and gargantuas can insta-kill plants. And even then, the latter can't be flung anyway. However, this guy is not very fun at all to deal with due to his unpredictable nature and defense breaking abilities, and therefore he gets into the top 3 of this list. The second most annoying and most difficult dinosaur is the pterodactyl. This one is probably the biggest priority to charm with a perfume shroom. Literally, as soon as he rears his ugly head, get him high on the perfume. The reason it's so important is because the zombies will turn around and eat through like a Prospector zombie, but the difference is Prospector is quite slow and only has the health of a regular zombie, while the pterodactyl can grab anything that isn't a gargantua or imp. So you could be dealing with an incredibly tanky zombie. And you should use the stream before he grabs a zombie, as while the charm usually applies if he already has a zombie, it doesn't always work due to the game's clunky mechanics. While there are several other counters such as Spike Rock, Endurian, and any backwards attacking plant like Split Pea, again it's a potential health issue, and although Primal Pea Shooter can usually knock them away, this is unreliable and chances are you'll be using plants in the 2nd column, so those could just end up getting eaten instead. When things really get hectic is when multiple dactyls appear at once, because the perfume recharges pretty slowly, so unless you're using an imitator, you've got no way to neutralise them both. In most other scenarios, this guy will be the hardest one, so that's where we get onto number 1 on this list. The Ankylosaurus. When I asked you all on what were the worst dinosaur, this guy won the votes by a landslide, and it's really not hard to see why, given he not only tosses zombies extremely far into your defences, so he's basically a steg or raptor on roids, but he can also get rid of plants. Yep, if a plant is on the leftmost column, he can get pushed right off the lawn, so now he's a mecha football zombie on roids as well. For this reason, it's highly recommended not to use expensive plants at the back, because it can be difficult to replace them, and since the Ankylosaurus rearranges your formations, you won't be able to use an intensive carrot to clutch it. This guy can absolutely wreck your defences and can even one-shot infinites. He's also briefly immune to the perfume stream during his flinging animation, so you have to charm him before he does this, and there are no limits on what zombies he can interact with. So yup, he can launch gargs too. Aside from the perfume, you can block the zombies off by using a disposal plant in front of the zombies just before they get flung. You can also freeze zombies with iceberg lettuce as plant food, or cold snapdragons if you went and bought him, because the zombies lose their abilities to push back plants when frozen. However, these minor remedies will not always be an option when multiple dinosaurs of any kind are present at once, especially as the perfume recharge is quite slow and won't be able to keep up with packs of dinos at once. Overall, this is definitely the most fearsome dinosaur in Jurassic Marsh, and a big contributing factor of why this is one of the hardest worlds in the game. That's my video. What's your ranking? Tell me in the comments below. Remember to subscribe if you're new, and please leave a like on this video. I'm GMVS, thanks for watching. Velociraptor!